Good evening everyone, just let me tune my stream so that I will see what you will be writing on YouTube and we can start. So, first of all, we have here the new release from Eduard. As you can see, it is modded in 148 scale as it's written here. And it copies famous Spitfire HF Mk.VIII version. It's a weekend edition kit and it should be already available for purchase on their official website, so we have a chance to check commercial sample. It means you will get exactly the same stuff if you order it from official webshop. So let's not waste time, open this box and take a look inside. First of all, box size is typical here. And you can see both marking options here on the box art. Here you can see comparison with my hand. Then on the side we have those two marking options shown in form of those nice profiles, and again they look quite nice, so I think you will definitely find something suitable for yourself. And then on the other side we can see also some information about the manufacturer, nothing special I would say, so we can move on to the contents of this kit. Let's open it. It's a top opening box. And here's what we have inside. So as you can see, it is quite tight packaging, as you can see here, for example. So I would rather recommend to open it and check what is inside. I mean, if we have something broken off, but as you can see, it arrived to me intact, so I don't see any possible issues. We are going to start with this thing. That's a first, let's say, package of the plastic sprues, so just give me a second. In the meantime, let me remind you that you can support us financially. It is quite simple because it's done via PayPal. You just go to our website, click the donate button, choose the amount you would like to send us, and we will receive it and use it in order to improve our photo and video equipment. We can also buy some kits if you prefer, so you can write in the message to the donation, I want you to review this kit, and we'll try to get it ASAP and review on our YouTube channel as well. So first here is clear plastic sprue. As you can see, it was packed into the separate plastic bag, and we have here all necessary parts. Of course, in 148 scale we have separate parts for the canopy, so you will be able to open it. And let's not forget that this is a weekend edition kit, so that's why we don't have any masks included. You have to get them from Eduard, or you have to cut them off, but that's basically the solution which, let's say, provides the reduced price for the weekend edition kit, so there is no surprise. And once again, I can say that molding quality is really impressive, so I don't think you will have any possible issues with those parts. As far as I remember, when I was building this kit, it was quite enjoyable process, so I think the same will be here. Now you can see the first gray plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to wing parts, and overall parts division is typical, I would say. So we have two top halves and one bottom. We have quite nice riveting and also recessed panel lines. Ailerons are molded separately, but flaps are molded in. So if you would like to copy them, you will have to get the PE set from the same brand. Otherwise, you won't be able to copy it. Also note that we have separately assembled the wheel wells, air intake, and as far as I remember, machine gun barrels will be also separate, and of course wing edges. If we flip over this plastic sprue here, you can see that we have quite thin surface for the flaps, so it will make it easier to cut them off even in case you buy the PE set in order to replace these plastic pieces. Okay, next we have second gray plastic sprue. Here it is. So just give me a second to center it. And now you can see that here we have two fuselage halves. Both are molded together with tail segment. There is no top cowling part, but the cowling part should be glued out of two halves, so it's not that cool either. And small reminder that you can get the resin set from Eduard, resin set actually, which actually copies the one piece top cowling section. So if you would like to have a smooth finish in this area, just get it because it's worth it. Here we have also wing edges, lower chin panels, because as you can see it is not pre-molded on the fuselage, and of course ailerons are here. And again, we have riveting and recessed panel lines on this part, so there is no surprise. If we flip over this sprue here, you can see that we have some guiding elements on the fuselage parts. It should make it easier to assemble those parts together. And we have also some minor detailing in the cockpit area, which is also quite cool. Okay, next we have pair of large plastic sprues. Again, it's packed into the resealable plastic bag, so just give me a second. And I'm good with resealable plastic bags because they can be used in your builds. I mean, if you're not using these plastic sprues, you just pack them back into the bag, and they won't be in dust, they won't be lost somewhere, so it's really nice when you have such solution. Even though it might sound so simple and, I mean, not that logical, but believe me, it is useful if you're building something really difficult and complex. Here you can see first large plastic sprue. It is full of various external elements. We have only few internal elements as far as I remember. And so one piece propeller is really cool. Also here we have some parts for the wheel wells, and it will be a bit complex assembly due to the amount of parts, but I mean overall parts fitment is really cool, so I don't think it will be a really complex procedure. Next we have also here landing gear doors. Landing gear wheels can be replaced with resin parts. Thank you for the first like, by the way. And of course, you can also replace the propeller as far as I remember. Exhaust stacks can be replaced, but I'm not sure why would you do this, because exhaust stacks out of the box look really good. And I mean, even if you are going to assemble this weekend edition kit as out of the box build, it should look quite nice, so don't worry, it is a really great kit, even though it's not that young, surprisingly. I mean, it looks like it was presented just a year ago, but in reality it's more. And that's a sad topic which we won't touch in this review. Okay, so here is the last gray plastic sprue. Again, on the top section you can see the cockpit parts. Here we have the tail surfaces and also separate ailerons. Here is the instrument panel. We have the pre-molded dial one and also the plain one. Pilot seat should be assembled out of separate parts. And there are a lot of tiny pieces for the cockpit detailing. And cockpit can be upgraded with resin or brassine set, so it will be up to you if you would like to have a better detailing or, I mean, the resin parts in the cockpit, but it is sold as a separate set, so decision is after you, as I said before. Next we have another plastic bag. Here it is. So here manufacturer provides decals. Let's open it. There are two decals sheets as far as you can see, so just give me a second. Again, it's a resealable plastic bag. Sometimes it can be a bit annoying because of this glues layer, but I mean, in case you're able to work with it, it is completely fine. So here you can see first decal sheet. This one is provided for the stencils. It is printed in Eduard, and here is a small reminder on how old is this kit. 4 years, and it will be 5 in the next year. I mean, time flies, and it is a bit sad topic. Okay, next we have also another decal sheet for the main symbols. Here you can see that we have everything what you will need for 2 marking options. This is a weekend edition kit, that's why we have 2 marking options. We even have the seatbelt decals and instrument panel decals, which is really cool. Here you can see them. And overall printing quality is quite nice. They come from Eduard, and that's why they should be easy to work with. Hi Mariusz, nice to see you on the today's live stream. And next we have assembly manual. So here it is. It is also quite typical format for weekend edition kits. I will try to place it somewhere here. So just give me a second. Okay. So first of all, we don't have any history note on the first page. We have just parts map and safety advices. In case you would like to know more, you will have to find some reference books. Then here straight away we start with assembly of the cockpit. As you can see, and as I said before, there are a lot of parts involved, so be careful. But whole cockpit should be assembled as a separate sub-assembly, and then it will be inserted into the fuselage halves. You will see it on the next step. So just give me a second to turn over the page. Here you can see that it is enclosed between fuselage halves, and it fits quite nicely, so no worries about it. Here you have to drill some holes, and here as well in the nose area, so don't forget about it. Sometimes I do. Here you can see the wheel wells assembly, and then we join the wing parts together. Then we continue with cooling parts. Once again, I remind you, if you have a chance and maybe some extra money to spend, get the one piece part for this area, because it will look better, and model will benefit from such addition. Here we continue with detailing of the lower part or lower surfaces of the aircraft. It means attachment of the air intakes and the chin panel. Then we continue with landing gear system. Here we work on the main legs, and here you work on the tail leg. Main legs can be also replaced with bronze parts from the same brand, which are more sturdy, I would say. Here we have the propeller installation and cockpit gluing into the place. Of course, you can assemble canopy in the open position, so it will be up to you if you would like to close or open the cockpit. And here we have two markings or two profiles for the markings which are included. So one aircraft comes from Italy, early 1944, and another one also Italy, early 1944. But as you can see, they're quite different, so it is after you which one you would like to replicate in 1/48 scale. On the last page we can see the stencil placement guide, which is also quite typical for this manufacturer, and that's pretty much all. So overall we get, I would say, a typical weekend edition kit. I think it will be enjoyable build for those who haven't tried the Spitfire kit yet, and even if you build this kit already, still it might be an interesting project for your for a week, let's say. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about this kit here in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button because it will help us greatly, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye.